So I'm stuck now until this dries, because I want to spend more time on the skin than I do on the armour, or the clothing rather. And I've got one more step on the armour to do, on the clothing to do rather. As I was saying that, I could jump ahead and do the stuff I wanted to do. So let's do that, shall we? What the heck? First off, I'm going to use Gorgon Hide. Give it a good shake. And pop some on the pallets. Now, it's fairly similar, but not exactly the same as Spaceship Exterior, as I hope you can see here. This is the Gorgon Hide, that's the Spaceship Exterior. That's much more blue. And into that, so I'm going to get a little bit of that. And into that we'll add some of the inky by darkness. Now I want more of the inky by darkness than we do of the whites. We don't want it incredibly pale colour. There we go. And now we can just pick out some extra details. And just making sure the details we get, we're not doing that much, we're just going to swamp everything out. Just touch on a few things that will be visible. Okay, well, everything's going to be visible obviously because we're painting it, but do a few things that you know you're going to see as a highlight. If it means sometimes doing an edge highlight, get it done. As you know, I don't particularly enjoy the aesthetic of edge highlighting. Sometimes it does have its uses, however, especially on mechanical things or man-made things with straight edges, but overall I think it doesn't look very nice. It looks too cartoony for my liking. And that's not the look I'm trying to achieve. But what I am trying to do is get it so that everything that is going to be hit by light is hit by light. I can do some edge highlights along there, and there. I've got some. Try to keep away from the flesh tone. So be careful what you're doing around the arms. And the last thing we want is for any of this to go into the wash and spread out. I'm just going to brush it along the edge of his helmet. Yeah. Again, I'm just doing very short, wispy strokes with this, because I don't particularly want this to be a major colour. Oops. So pick out with this the edges that you really need to touch on. Anything that is raised. because this guy really does not want to be colourful. If you try going that way, it's going to be ruined. In the movies, he didn't wear the mask. He was just dressed like a soldier. He was the guy who they were battling at the beginning of Civil War. If I remember correctly. Where he attacked them in a hospital. They got he did all the damage to the hospital, and that's what caused the uproar and caused the split. We're trying to get the Avengers registered, and anybody who's got any superpowers registered. There we go. I think that will do nicely. I quite like that. Okay, so next job. The flesh is almost dry. There's just one or two little bits I need to do first. I need to go and get the appropriate colour paint. Okay, I can't find it, so I'm going to use an alternative colour. Bit of a brighter colour than I wanted to use. I'm going to stir this place apart until I find the actual colour I want. We're going to use shining silver. It's the plate mail metal that I was looking for, which I can't find. It's here somewhere. I know it's here somewhere. I just can't put my hand on it. Oh well, I'll find it eventually. So we'll go into that. And we just want this for two things. What we're going to do is knuckle dusters. And this colour. Let's have a look, see if there's anywhere else we can do though. Do that bit on his gun. I don't think there's anywhere else. In fact, let's do these little dots on his back. Oops. And tidy that over. Yep. There's my piece of kitchen towel. There we go. Let's push that over there. Dry my brush and go back in the silver again. We can do that part once more. It's not an easy one to do. Anywhere else, do you think? No, I think everything is as it should be. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, so the skin is now dry, or it looks to be. Yep. So I does go ahead and start applying the actual skin tone all around the raised areas as usual. So anywhere where there's a build up of shadow from the wash, we leave it. There we go. And we're here to adding this colour everywhere. I said because this is the flesh colour. The highlights will go on top of this on the upper areas. We're just re-establishing this as his actual skin colour. So there we go. It's a thin coat, don't go too thick with it. There we go, and we're just, as I say, re-establishing this as the actual skin tone, not a highlight. So don't think of this as a highlighting stage. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, I'll keep saying it. We put the skin tone on, we give it a wash to find the shadow, and then we reapply the skin tone to the areas that aren't shadowed. And then, once we've done that, we come in and highlight the areas that are raised, where the light is catching. So if you find it easier to do it in a certain, if this helps to find it easier, do one muscle at a time, or one area at a time. So on the last one I did on the upper areas and then worked underneath the arm, and this one is working it, so I'm doing each muscle and avoiding the areas that are sunken in shadow. There we go. Just keep working on the model until everything is done. There we are. That's that. Now I'm coming back to the skin tone. We will be adding a little bit of paler colour to make it lighter. And that paler colour, as usual, will be Screaming Skull, because that's the one we use to highlight, or to mix into a highlight colour. So I'll just pop some of that down. We don't need a great deal because there's not much line of flesh for this chappie. So let's the barbarian flesh. A little bit of the Screaming Skull. Don't want it too light as yet because that's just going to make it stand out like a sore thumb. Oh yeah, let's see how this looks. And this time we are only putting it on the upper areas. Oh yeah. That's one end done. As I said, there's not much to do for this fella. Oh, and then I catch. No, I didn't. Well, I might have done, but I didn't, hopefully. And we'll just keep on adding little bits of this skin, of this tone. And then, once we've done that, I'm ignoring the neck, you might have noticed, because that is in shadow. I'll add a little bit more of the screaming skull into this. And go back in once more. And we're not doing everywhere. We're just touching certain parts of his skin. Much higher parts of his skin. There we go. And we can keep adding and keep adding. Now we can actually take this up to white, but I don't like that. I don't like it when things are highlighted so greatly. It just doesn't look right to me. There we go. That's about it, really. That's him done. Not much else we can do. Now all that remains is the base. And for the base we're going to do it as we usually do. A little bit of black all the way around. Oops. And just paint the base all the way around like this. I like a nice black base to my minis these days. And then we'll just come in with painting all this black as well. Even the grid, and we'll be coming back to the grid in a moment. But I want to paint, get everywhere black first of all. Oh yeah. And what you usually do then is just go in with a little bit of like a white colour. Add that in. Pop in a little different shade, I suppose. I just keep coming and going, different colours and shapes, different colours and shades and stuff like that. And once that's dry, I'm going to give this a little bit of a wash because we've gone into the crack area, which I didn't need to, I didn't want to. And now for the fun part. And I should have grabbed this while I was over there. And painter's rough iron. And that's what we want now. I forget this is the... I've got two of these. I forget this is the one that's split. One that I've got out is split and I keep forgetting. Oh well. So I've got that. What we're going to do with this, we're going to get our little size 0 rosemary coal brush. We're going to get some of the silver and some of the rough iron and mix them together. And then we're just going to go over the grid. And we're using the edge of the brush. So hopefully we don't catch on with the going to the stone part. And that's that. I just think I need to do a little bit more shadow area underneath him. Do that with just a little, very thin amount of black. Just put that on. And then using the wash type of stuff that we did earlier on. And just paint over certain areas just to bring out That's that. Do that. That wouldn't do nicely. Just a little bit more on this one. Make a penalty reaction do all the work for you. That won't do nicely. Now you can, if you want to, add some rust effects to the grid. You don't need to, however. With me trying to be clever though and go into it, I've managed to catch some of the metal core and take it into the shadow. So we'll go back into the black and attempt to make the adjustment there. There we go. And that is Crossbones. It is Crossbones, isn't it? Not Bullseye. Well, let me just check. It is Crossbones. I'm sure it's Crossbones. Yeah, Crossbones. I get them mixed up sometimes. So there we are. That is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Well, until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now. Stay safe, and see you next time.